we go. I'm still happy with it there. I literally, as I was starting the stream, I got the invite to join the lobby. Invite you to play, join. There we go. F1 game be done. Which is why we're still doing tests. No one's in the McLaren. Why not? Let's go in the McLaren. And I need to edit all this. The game is F1 2 3, and the thumbnail should do have jeez, so many thumbnails. This one. There we go. Right, let us share this stream with everybody. Oh yeah, YouTube Studio doesn't show when you're live. So copy the link and let's paste that in a few places. Stop promo there. Stop promo there. And you can't just get it's this point you just can't get GIFs on the thing. Could I upload that to my Instagram story? This link was it still playing? Shut up. There we go. Sorry, that looked a little bit unprofessional, but you know, you can do that stuff when you are when you're on Twitch or actually have an OBS. When you're actually using OBS, you can just run that, and like you can have the stream starting soon, and that's when you send all the links. But PlayStation doesn't let you do that. So the fact I'm streaming straight from the PlayStation, there's no OBS in the middle because my computer isn't powerful enough to run. I couldn't stream off of it. Oh, I'm going with rough. We're getting a busy lobby. Wow, we're getting a busy lobby. This is interesting. So what's also interesting is Brad's sort of fallen for it. Void Ripple there. Brad's fallen for it. Because so one of the problems with the games at the moment is that the Ferrari engined cars have more tyre wear than others, even if they're on equal performance, which is really dumb because it's meant to be equal performance. So the Ferrari, the Haas's, and any of the Alfa Romeos, which we don't have, they are they're in a disadvantage, which is why I went for McLaren, a Mercedes-powered engine, Mercedes-powered car. They haven't got a problem. So mute everyone in case someone comes on. So I don't think. No, I haven't seen if Finn is joining or Kieran. Neither of them are there. Thought Finn was going to join, but it doesn't appear to have. Actually, no, tell you what, everyone is here because I saw 14 thumbs up. No, it's not great. Hey, AJ, what with the... We're talking about the Ferrari engines being bad, or the balance being off, or the fact that Finn and Kier aren't here. But yeah, that's a big issue. Obviously, big leagues like PSGL are really upset because it means everyone who's part of the part of Ferrari or whatever can't do it. The same with like the F1 esports. If that's started up already, they can't. Yeah, it's not equal performance. It's specifically a bug with Ferrari powered engines, and it's then a tyre wear issue. It's like higher tire. It's like 13% more tyre wear, something bizarre. Yeah, so obviously a lot of people are unhappy, which is why we're still testing it. Why there was a race last week to just sort of test the stability of the game. This is going to be a sprint format, so you can see below me, it's a one-shot quali, 6 laps and then 19 laps. So this is just to test how the sprint format works, and I think test safety car. Car setups. Where do I see? Let's track select. Rules. Red flags off. Affecting license is off. Ah. I can't see. I can't see where it is, but they were wondering about testing safety car and such. So yeah, I think this is everybody because there was 14 thumbs up in the Discord. Still 2 minutes to go. Yes, the Discord preseason races. Okay, Kier and Finn did not like the thing, so they're not taking part. There's 14 thumbs up. Oh, and Ben is included. Yep, so that's everybody. That is it. That is everybody, including CSGB Rain Man, who is the organizer, because he's actually going to take part this season. I think, I believe, which is going to be cool. So, yeah, it's a very good organised league. Even though everyone's here, still, like, in case someone goes to the toilet or something, then it's fine. I learnt not to go to the toilet just a minute before it goes in, because I once for a race can't remember, CSGB or maybe one before, I decided to go to the toilet. I decided like, oh, well, I'm not going to go out straight away for qualifying, so I'll go to the toilet now. I hadn't selected my car, so we couldn't start. Couldn't start because I hadn't selected my car. Which I thought, yeah, which was funny. I came back and everyone shouted at me. And I was just like, sorry, I went to the toilet. Oh well. Yeah. So just gotta wait the final minute or so, and then we'll get going. We'll go to track. So it's a one-shot collie, and then 6-lap sprint, and then 19-lap race around the worst circuit in the world, Paul Ricard. Aiden? Sam Ryder's in a McLaren. I am indeed. I jumped in the McLaren. I'm with Ruff. Sean Ryder's. Yeah, Sam Ryder. You know, he's doing a gig near me. I was coming. I was driving home, and there was a big banner for like some music event that's happening in August down here in Cornwall. I saw Kaiser Chiefs was the first name I saw. I didn't recognise the second one, and then I saw Sam Ryder, and I was like, "Hey, he's my twin. He's doing a concert down here in August. Cool." So, cool. So he's been here, and I can't. Do I have time? Do I have time? Do I have time? Do I have time? How do you see favourites? Favourites. I mean, if you haven't seen, there is me and Sam Ryder. I'll lower the. Oh, I got to choose tyres. Yeah, that. Putting the brightness down normally works. There you go. Love getting races. You go sing. Oh, load setup. This one. I don't know the rules about. There we go. I'm guessing, yeah. I didn't know what the rules were for like starting up. I didn't think you could just start. I told him about CSGB. I told Sam Ryder about CSGB because I knew he was a Formula One fan, and so told him about it. He's a big Lewis supporter. So I said I was a McLaren fan normally. And I told him, I was like, well, because the Discord went mad when I met him. Everyone just went crazy. And I was like, because Kieran kind of looks like Carlos Sainz, and people say that Kieran looks like Carlos Sainz. I told him, I was like, people often go like Sam Ryder and Carlos Sainz racing at Aston Martin. Right, let's. Of course, if you invalidate as well, you're immediately out. So, God, I'm already 11th. Oh, 10th. I've gained a place. Second and a half by the second sector. Really? Wow. I mean, I know I'm not a qualifying specialist by any means, so I'm more consistent than. You get some practicing, but I've stood on nail 2 days ago. I had some bit of a struggle. I just went to restaurant wheel. Ow! Yeah. Ooh, that's nasty. You're stepping on a. Ooh, yeah. Hope you're alright. You haven't. I've immediately thought of the scene of Homer Simpson stepping on a nail, and he just goes, "Fiddly-dee! That will require a tetanus shot." Because he's trying not to get angry, and he steps on a nail. So yeah, I hope you're alright. No infections or anything like that as well, because you can get tetanus and things like that from it, I believe. Yeah. But yeah, learning to race on a wheel, cool experience. Takes a bit to get used to it, but then you become a lot faster than you do on the controller. It's just so much more accurate. Breathing too heavy. Yeah, that one. Oh god, I forget I can't see how many laps because of where this is, and I hate that. I should totally just move where I'm positioned, shouldn't I? I'll just go for 7 laps. Oh, it's spin no matter what last game. Yeah. So this game is much better and much more forgiving. You can definitely like catch a spin, and the moment you spin and then you spin yourself around, your tires aren't immediately on fire, so you still have grip. Because that was my bugbear over the previous game, is it was just like, no, your tyres are on fire for the next half a lap and you have no grip and downforce doesn't exist. So that was my issue. Because like your car would just give up when going around a corner. You're like, but I've got a huge rear wing. Surely downforce would keep me there. But so okay, I do formation lap. I did formation lap last week. Because I've tried to do a bit of practice as well, sort of individually, and there's no formation laps. Turn them on, but. Pit 3 times in Bahrain. Yeah. Bahrain's awful.
So weather shouldn't
yeah. Bahrain is awful. I'm quite good on my tyres. That's something I sort of pride myself with, is I'm quite light on my tyres. Probably because I'm not quick. But I'm quite light on my tyres, and Bahrain will just chew them up. Like, and I noticed severe tyre wear. Bahrain is just a bad circuit, like France. Yeah, Bahrain can be good if you get in the groove of it. It can be good. When was it that I played? It was like, yeah, last season, last game. I was just going around it. I was just like, I wasn't gelling with it at all, and the entire time I was just like, I don't like this track. It's an awful track. Depends on the game, depends on the car. Yeah, but then when you can't get any purchase or anything. Oh. Can't park there, Triby. Hey!
Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out.
Cool. So.
Keep an eye on the lights.
Grid is formed. Sprint race of 6 laps. Lights out and away we go. It's actually a good start. The fuck was that?
Right, Drop your speed. Our delta's too low, and we're going to risk a penalty.
The fuck was
Slow your
that?
pace
It
immediately.
it opened up the It just randomly by itself opened up the disable that. It randomly opened up the share button. I didn't press anything. It just decided to open the share button. I'm still streaming. Just randomly decided to open the stream button, the share button. That was very strange. Yes, someone left, someone's DNF'd. And yes, I've changed my camera. Because last game I was still on PS4. So now I'm on PS5, and this camera was... Because the PS4 camera is different. It's not USB. It's a like a wider one. So it's not the same. So Kia very nicely sent me a new camera and a converter for it. So it's an upgraded camera and the converter. I know Ben's there. I felt him too. Don't Ocon me, Ben. Backed out of it. And I say Ocon him because Ben was doing some solo racing earlier and got fed up with Ocon, so decided to kill him at turn 4 at Spain. I need to not use up all my ERS. It takes a long time to get that back. That's what I mean by, like, you can save it there. There was a really big nasty snap of oversteer. And I saved it. Keeps telling me internet problems. I know it's wrong. I want to stay ahead of Ben. Yeah, that was a corner cut. I've got to burn the ERS because... Do I use ABS? No. The only traction control... I used to use medium traction control, but that's been turned off. So the only driving assist I use is Racing Line. And that's just to remind me to where to brake. That's like the only thing I use it for. So, who knows, later in the game cycle, next game... I might, hi. Close the door on rough. Haha, lose 2 positions. That's what you get for touching me.
Green flag.
Yeah, if I'm able to get more confident with it and not use the Racing Line, that would be good. Then I'll be running this game with no assist at all.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
Oh, Ben made a mistake by overtaking me there, because... DRS. I've got no ERS. Tips for getting rid of ABS. Just practice, I guess. You never want to go full brake, and if you do, you go full brake to start with, and then you lessen off it. So the slower you're going when you're using the brakes, the less brake pressure you need. So it's progressive. So yeah, you brake and then you come off it as you're slowing down. I mean, you can see my how I'm using the brake pedal. You can see that down there to the left of the ERS. So you can see, I don't think I go like there. I go full brake, but like at high speed you go full brake. At slower corners you don't. If you can learn it, it's valuable tool. It's genuinely knowing how to brake without ERS has genuinely saved me from a real life car crash. I was driving down the dual carriageway a few years ago, and it was snowy, and there was a van and a car a fair bit ahead of me, but there was a van and a car ahead, and I was like, well, they look like they're getting a bit close together. I'm going to hit the brakes, and I'm going to get away, sort of back away from them. In which I put my foot on the brake and my wheels locked because it was icy. And so my instinct from doing sim racing was to take my foot off the brake and reapply it gently. That's what you do as well if you find yourself locking up, is to come off the brake entirely and just try again, but really slowly. Because if your brakes are locked, if you go harder on the brakes, you'll just lock them up more. So if you lock up, you've got to come off the brakes, which feels so counterintuitive because you're slowing down and you want to slow down, but you've got to come off the brake. But that's what you got to do. But yeah, it saved me from a crash because the cars in front had it coming together, and I actually turned a corner on the dual carriageway, like the mist cleared, and there was like 3 other cars that had all crashed, and so I managed to avoid everyone by controlling the brake and not just like yanking the wheel and swerving, because I had a passenger and he was like yelling at me to try and avoid things. I was like, I can't just yank the wheel because then I'd spin because of how little grip. I was like, I had to feather the wheel and be like really gentle with it. Didn't crash. I skimmed by a handful of cars and then came to a stop right in the middle of the road because there was like 5 cars that had all crashed. Came to a stop in the middle of the road and I just went, did I hit anything? No. How the fuck did I not hit anything? So it's a genuine good skill, knowing how to deal with locked brakes. It's not an everyday thing, but if you find yourself driving and your brakes get locked up, it's good to have that. I was happy that it was second nature to me. I feel like a lot of people probably would panic and go, oh my god, the brakes are locking, I'm not slowing down, and they would just put their foot harder on the brake. Whereas I knew what to do and I controlled it. P10. Good result, no points in the sprint. So wait to lift off to brake turn. Yes, so if you trail brake, as that is, so braking and accelerating going through the corner, some people say that you can work, some people can master it. I personally don't. You want to brake before the corner and then turn, because if you're braking and you turn, you put more load on one wheel rather than spread over both. So you put it on one wheel, and that one wheel will lock. That's when you see the cars locking just one wheel, because they've turned and they've put more pressure on one wheel. And you don't want to be braking through the corner either, because that's then when you're going to spin around. So yeah, and it's and brake and lift off the brake before doing it. Yeah, because the momentum of braking, you turn it, you're gonna jackknife it. So you don't want to do that. Yeah, you want to come off the brake and then go around. That's why I still sort of use the racing line, because it helps me with that. Yeah, how many laps is it? 19. I'll do that, and look, I can flick between, and it's just what's the number here changing constantly? It's constantly going down. Yeah, I can get my head around, but downshifting kills my brain. See, I was worried about that going over to manual for the first ever time, like doing that thing of switching from controller, because doing manual on a controller is a nightmare. But then doing manual in the car, track's evolving. Yeah, clearly. Look, I've lost a quarter of a second. Sat here. I didn't realize it was live. I thought there was a glitch there, but that's an interesting thing to spot. Yeah, I mean, downshifting just sort of comes naturally, again, particularly with practice of a track, because you will learn the track, you will know what sort of speed you'll need for the corner, and then you can teach yourself what gear you need to be in. Actually, a lot of the time it's down to rhythm. So, like, you'll come up to the first corner and you'll know it'll go bam, 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 bam. You'll know, like, going from here to the first corner is a bit more tricky because you're not going at full speed. Hey, Ruff.
Okay, so our system checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please.
This.
Load into the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end.
The sprint. Oh, the sprint in this game still does the grid for the following race. Okay, that's not how sprint races are working this season, but okay. Yeah, you get used to it, and you get used to the rhythm of, like, how many gear shifts down. It's just a rhythm.
We're not expecting any changes to the weather today. It should be dry throughout.
So, I mean, it's going to be a bit difficult because we're not doing it. Oh no, see, I've got to slow down here, but. Like 1, 2, like 1, 2, 3 there, whereas I know in 8th it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. It's sort of, you just get used to the rhythm of it, and you're just like, yeah, I would shift down this many gears. That's sort of like you don't actively think. Upshifting is easier. You're less likely to get it wrong. They're both pretty easy. Once you get it, they're both pretty easy. Like, you're not thinking about upshifting and downshifting. It just sort of, like that, I knew to go down that because I was like, I need to go this speed for this corner. Yeah. The worst you'll do with downshifting is be in too high of a gear for a corner, decide to downshift halfway around the corner, and then it gives the car a load of power and you spin the rear wheels and you spin. That's the worst that will happen.
Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming
But
up now. Be patient.
so if that happens, you don't want to downshift in the middle of the corner if you get it wrong. If it's a third gear corner and you're in fourth, you don't want to downshift to third because you'll spin up the rear tires. So you want to stay in that gear, and then when you're straight, shift down. But again, it just sort of comes naturally. You sort of don't think about it. And you get used to the sound as well, so you sort of know what revs you're doing. Oh, sorry, Chobi. I'm slightly too fast.
Alright, let's focus now for the rest of the race.
Woo! Round the outside of Eat My Dust. Fun move, fun corner. I mean, I complain about France because like corners like that are just awful. So that was the curbs. But like, look, you spun, but my tyres now aren't like 1,000,000 degrees, so I can keep going. I haven't got a problem. Yeah, like you don't think about that braking and the oh, Jake's disconnected. Okay. Yeah, like everything, it's just a case of, I know it's always awful to say, just go around and practice, but I don't have distractions. Speaking of distractions, hello. Hello, Milson. You're just sitting there quietly waiting to like blow an air horn in my ears to distract me when I'm going around a corner or something. Oh, he's gone. Don't know.
DRS now enabled. DRS enabled.
He's back. Will he connect and talk?
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, it just won't connect.
Okay. Oh yeah, I've remembered why you're not taking part in this. I was just like, oh yeah, he's not taking part. I was like, oh yeah, he doesn't own the game.
I wonder why I'm not taking part.
I forgot.
I'll
I
never
forgot.
guess.
I forgot. I totally forgot that. To be fair, if it weren't for Boy Worm, I wouldn't have the game either currently.
Sky said to me, am I joining a practice lobby earlier? And I said, yeah, give me a few weeks.
Yeah. Like, I got confused by that, and I was just like he wants to practice a lot more or something. But no.
I'm practicing my own time. I'm not giving away any tips. Have you?
Have I? Your mic keeps going in and out.
Wait. If my mic.
You see, network's being bad.
Oh, wait. Am I heard?
Yes.
There we go. Have you seen the tyre wear glitches?
Yes, I've heard about them, and
Basically avoid the Ferrari at all costs.
which is why I'm in a McLaren. But I was aware, is it just the Ferraris, or is it the Ferrari-powered cars as well?
Every car's different, but Ferrari's the worst. Like, Ferrari's in the factory Ferrari.
Right. Because I knew there was annoying differences, but I thought at least the bottom three anyway, or the worst tyre wear cars were the Ferrari, Haas, and Alfa Romeo, which are all Ferrari-powered engines. And then everything else was all right. But yeah,
You exceeded track limits 50 times.
no, I'm not Ocon. So
Right, everyone that's the amount of people I've like moaned about track limits now, everyone got a penalty. Keep it in the white lines, and then your favourite driver won't get a penalty.
yeah.
It's that simple.
Congratulations to George Russell and Zhou Guanyu, who got no warnings at all throughout the race.
Yeah.
Zhou went on Instagram and he was like, "I'm very happy with a P2 brackets with laps that counted."
I mean, it can't be that hard to stay within track limits. If one driver can, all 20 can.
Yeah, well, two did it. But the thing that's hilarious, with Ocon getting the 30 seconds of penalties, he takes the record for most
twice.
penalties. Yeah, he takes the penalty for most penalties given to a driver, and he takes it from Pastor Maldonado.
I mean, the driver asked for more consistent track limit rules, and when the FIA have consistent track limit rules, they also complain.
Yeah. Some of the drivers were making excuses as well, because I know there was...
The car would turn.
Yeah, I can't remember who... There was Hamilton, and there was someone else as well who constantly complained
Hamilton
about...
was like, oh, the car would turn.
Lewis, we know the car is shit, just drive it.
Turn more.
If you're having understeer, Lewis, it means you're going too fast. Slow down in the corners. You may lose half a second, but it means you won't get a 5-second penalty.
Caution, caution.
Yep.
Who's right in the pits?
I mean,
That's
obviously
Ben
you
in
can
pits.
do what I do in league races. If I know I've got enough warnings on the last lap and I'm catching the car ahead,
We're approaching the pit
I will
window.
maybe
You're
exceed
on
again
medium.
sometime.
Okay, clear.
Oh, it's Silverstone this weekend, isn't it?
It is. You come back and I'm
Only race.
14th. Yeah, I had a spin.
This is the only race I can watch live.
Ah, because Channel 4 show it.
Yes. Every other race I've got to whip out
Okay, gaps in the car ahead.
UK websites where it doesn't.
No, it's not actually a website. It's a dodgy Fire Stick thingy.
Okay. Yeah, there's that, or I shouldn't promote it. Overtakefans.com.
Is that what you watch on by any chance?
Not normally. There's another one that's a slightly better, but overtakefans.com they'll broadcast it live through multiple different versions, so you can watch the Sky version or like the F1 app version. They have archive races as well, so it's basically everything from the F1 app. So you can go back and watch archive races, or you can watch the Formula 2 archive race, or Formula 3 or W Series archive races, all through the website.
I mean, who wants to pay 20 quid for Sky a month or whatever it is? It must be more than that.
See, the problem is, not a month. I would happily pay for F1 TV, and the Plus one to watch it live. No, so it's like 70 quid a year, but you can't get it in the UK because Sky have exclusive rights.
You'd have to get a VPN or something. Sky have exclusive rights, but then they let Channel 4 do one race a year.
So the reason that Channel 4 do it, I think I might have learned this from Is this due to some law thing where anything British has to be live or something? Yes, it is a British law.
So they've got stuff like the World Cup, the Olympics.
Yes, so all major sporting events relative to England have to be broadcast on free to view.
Tennis thing.
Yeah, by Hindle. Yes, so Wimbledon, the World Cup final, the Olympics, the British Grand Prix, I imagine the snooker final, and other things like that. The rugby, golf, like the golf final potentially.
Yeah, like the football FA Cup and all that.
Yeah. They made like the finals and the major sporting events for England have
live.
Yes, that is a law.
For free.
Yes, you have to be able to watch it for free.
I learned about that at school. I thought it was something to do with that.
I think I watched a Tom Scott video.
Well, yeah, that probably was in there. Did you? I mean, obviously you heard about what happened at Spa at the weekend.
Yes, there was the
crash.
Formula 3 type race, wasn't there?
It's Formula Regional, but it's Formula 4.
Regional. Okay.
It's European Formula 4.
Yeah, tragically someone
there was obviously
died.
that bad thing that happened, but someone...
You've gone.
In Kieran's server. I don't know if you've seen it, me posted in Kieran's server, but the team manager or something like that of one of the teams got a suspended fine of £2,000 and got removed from a WhatsApp group.
For what reason, do we know? Or
the stewards put a decision in because this series have a WhatsApp group for steward decisions. The race control put it in the WhatsApp group, and the team replied underneath with a clown emoji and a poop emoji.
No, that's
in the FIA words, it is a they displayed an emoticon symbolising a swirl of brown poo and an emoticon symbolising a clown.
Why would you do that to say someone's died? Like, if you had a WhatsApp group at a Grand Prix and it's just like, oh, careful, the Ferrari is stranded in Sector 3, that's when you put those emojis out, because it's the Ferrari, and you're like, yeah, you're clowns.
Can you imagine that Abu Dhabi 2021? Michael Massey puts safety car in this lap, and Toto just puts every emoji under the sun that's bad underneath.
Probably Gunther do it. No, but that's bad. But the team at least are being good, because they're doing. I think are they at Silverstone this weekend, or there's another race for the Formula Regional stuff this weekend,
Not
and I saw a post from the team, and they were like, we normally have signed cards and photos, driver cards, we will not be giving them out of the driver that
I saw
passed
that on
away. They
Twitter.
are reserved for team and family and friends.
Someone
and...
puts, then you someone decided to put in the comments, as a sports card collector, this is for all of us.
Well, you should have got one earlier, shouldn't you?
Before Spa.
Yeah. That reminds me of the brief scene in Rush, where someone goes up to Nicky Lauda and is like, "Oh, can I have your autograph? Oh, can you date it as well? What do you want on the date? Well, in case it's your last." And Nicky just sort of looks at him and just says like, "Fuck
Right,
you,"
that's
and walks
when
away.
Back in F1, if you survived, you was lucky.
Yeah. Yeah, someone went up to Nicky Lauda, can I have your autograph? Oh, and can you date it? What do you want on the date? Or in case it's your last autograph? What do you think of the Force India tribute livery McLaren are doing for Silverstone?
You made the same joke I did.
Okay, here's the gap
No,
that
I
we
made
the joke.
are ahead by.
Oh, I didn't see that you made that joke first.
I posted the joke in Hun's chat about 2 hours before you posted it in Kieran's.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see it. Well, when it broke, I was streaming. AJ commented on my stream. I was playing Svator, as you saw. He posted it there and told me about it, and then I saw it on Twitter. I've got notifications off for Hun's chat. Sorry, Hun.
Ruff's new God ever is made.
Sorry, what? Ruff's new what?
God ever made. Pretty smart if you. It's pretty smart to be honest.
What, the server that he made for the
Yeah.
setups? Yeah.
I found it quite smart.
Although I was quite happy with the. It's nice he's putting them there for everyone as well. But I was quite happy with the website that I found because I was taking them off of a website and they were. The setups were all fine. I need to compare them to what Ruff gives us and be like, is he just taking them from this website, or is he genuinely like got some insider knowledge somewhere?
Yeah.
Why isn't it from another league and
No,
they're
his
like
setups out from another league.
I thought originally they were, and he was told like under no circumstances must you share these setups.
It's
And
not
he's just
a
like,
league.
do you guys
right,
want?
It's a setup shop.
It's a setup. You keep cutting out. You're gone again.
My head. Hello.
Yeah. Hello. It's a setup.
So it's a setup shop where you pay
Right.
for them.
Oh, okay.
That's why he can't. He's not meant to share them.
Oh, that's
I know you just
setup shop. These setups better be bloody god. These setups better be godly. If someone's charging you,
I know you're streaming and Ruff's probably there, but I think it's only who's in your chat.
We have Dylan, aka Eddie.
I don't think Eddie works for the company.
No. Well, it does get saved on YouTube, don't forget, so it is viewable.
Yeah, but I'm not supposed to click on it. Oh, let's see if he's been sharing my setups.
Oh, and Christian has joined in. Hello. Don't know, he's new. There's Jibs. Disconnected Haas.
Do you want me to make me laugh? Do you know on do you go on K?
Do I go on
Kieran's Twitch chat often?
Sometimes. Hello.
When's the first CSGB race?
August.
8th
Yeah.
8th of August. Will
So
I
yeah,
have the game by the 8th of August?
You got a month.
Yes, I will have it within a month. Ben's racing this season.
Dylan says, I'll have you know, but I do work for that setup shop.
Oh. How does he know which one it is? We've not said the name of it.
Because there's only one there's only one plonker who thinks they can get away with selling information that is readily available literally everywhere on the internet. You just search F123 setups. And you find websites that literally have the setups posted by Jarno Opmeer.
And then you have the ones that, yeah, you must give me £50 for one setup.
I mean, some of them are ridiculous. I mean, I don't know how people think they can get away with it. A while ago, to when I was like started modding Assetto Corsa, I had Kia and another friend coming round to the shop so they could have a go on it.
Oh,
and I was
Kieran
like,
used to go. Does Kieran still go to your shop?
Now and again, he's planning a trip down at some point, which will be nice
Oh yeah,
next
he
month.
doesn't really live in
No, he lives in
Cornwall.
London. He lives in London now.
Does he?
Yeah, but near.
I thought it was like Swindon or something, didn't I?
Yes, it is. Sorry, yes, because his offices are there, but he works from home, doesn't he? Yeah.
And then he goes to London like once a month or something.
Yes, he does, doesn't he? Yes.
Whatever.
That must be where his offices are. Anyway, but yeah, I was asking our other friend if, like, I was like, are there any cars you want me to try and find for Assetto Corsa? And he was like, oh, the Aston Martin Valkyrie would be great to drive. This was before it was added to Gran Turismo or anything like that. This was like quite a few years ago now. And I went searching for it, and the only Aston Martin Valkyrie I could find, someone was selling it for like £1,000, 500 quid, like a mod for Assetto Corsa, and I was just like, what?
Do you know
What the
how
hell?
you've got like you play Assetto Corsa like at work and stuff?
Yeah.
Is that like just your own private area of work, or do you actually let other people use it?
I don't let people use Assetto Corsa because that's my copy, but the seat and the headset, that's for anyone to come use.
But the game's yours.
But the game's mine.
Right.
Because
It was just like your private corner,
No.
private corner of the shop.
No, sadly it is not. But like I've asked, I'm allowed to have it all and such and do what I do. I'm allowed. I've asked. Because I got the approval of having a Assetto Corsa on there by basically my boss is a big I don't know why, he's a big Elon Musk fan, but particularly with like, but not so much with like his policies on.
Does he support what he did to Twitter at the weekend?
No, I don't think my boss is on Twitter. I don't think he cares too much about that, but it's more about like the technology stuff that he does. So like the useless company and Tesla and SpaceX. He's like really admires that stuff. And I told him, I was like, oh, I've got a mod for a Cyber Tesla truck. And he went, I'll be in the shop in 5 minutes. And literally just raced around just so he could like test drive a Tesla Cybertruck. Yeah. But then also he suggested at one point, it never happened, but there's like another gaming place in I think near Torquay in South Devon. And they've got yeah, but they can do proper like recording stuff as well, so they can do video game recording properly and green screen stuff. And he actually suggested at one point, he was like, would you like me to do it where, you know, you go down there once a month with a bunch of games and just record content? Like, he offered that, and I was just like, that sounds amazing. And at one point he did offer a green screen, but I don't know what happened with the green screen. He didn't offer again.
Yeah.
But so he's fine with me doing it. I think it helps that it's. I think it helps that it has the I think it helps that I wear the company T-shirt normally when I'm there. So it says it on the headset. So I'm like, oh, it's advertisement.
Your car.
My what? Your headset went. You said your. car.
So,
Testing, testing.
hello.
Hello.
There we go. Right, so yeah, is it your shop? Does it use Project Cars or something?
Yellow flag.
Yes, we have Project Cars 2.
Great game.
That's the game that we license, and because we've looked at Assetto Corsa, but they were charging like ridiculous amount to have a
Just like
commercial
time trial and stuff.
Yeah, but you can also connect people in Assetto Corsa, so like it would still work as a multiplayer game, but like it was a lot more expensive. And actually, because there's a website and a company that we go through that we license our games through, called Synthesis.
But yeah, I
On their
from most of the games.
Yeah, so that's where we can download a lot of the games and we get the licensing through it, and that's how we get charged, sort of thing. A game that they have added, and my colleague, when he saw it, he immediately went, Matt, have you seen the game Synthesis have added? I was like, what have they added? He went, iRacing. And genuinely, on the arcade download thing is iRacing, but the price is still disgusting.
You'd still have to pay for the game, tracks.
Yeah, so we haven't downloaded it. It was like 25 quid a month per console. So we'd have 4, so that would be 100 quid a month for it. And I was like, I guarantee that would just be the base game as well. I don't think it would come with
If you remember what I said, always buy it when there's a massive discount. Oh yeah, when you first get when you buy the subscription first, you only get the base games and cars.
Yeah, that's what I imagine you come with the thing.
I think it's like you get about 20 tracks and 20 cars or something like that.
Yeah, that's why we're happy with Project Cars 2, because you get a load of cars, loads of tracks, it feels fine, it connects fine. Dylan says you cutting out sounds like the clip of Mr. Bean where his car doesn't start.
But yeah,
He's cut out again. On the shopping list, F123 and a new headset. To be fair, I need a new headset. It works, but the wire's a little bit, the jack is a little bit bent on mine, so it's difficult to have to like balance it to get the sound through. So I need a new headset because I stepped on this one. I heard a noise.
Right, we're there, hello.
There we go.
Right, I know what the issue is. I had the controller in my hands. I've got it on the floor now. We'll see if that makes a difference.
Oh yeah, knocking the wire, yeah.
Right, back to what, right. In my opinion, Project Cars is the most... I don't know how to word it, the most real simulator on PlayStation / console.
Okay, just 2 laps.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yes. I definitely felt like that when I first played Project Cars 2. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, Project Cars 1 was good, but...
Yeah, it was. Like, people bash Project Cars because, like, sometimes the physics can go funny, and, like, yeah, I've seen that happen, but it still feels great.
Project Cars 1 was good, Project Cars 2 was amazing, then Project Cars 3 was just...
Yeah. We were really hyped for Project Cars 3,
I remember.
And I watched Jimmy Broadbent's live stream of like first reveal of the game.
I was thinking of getting it, saw one video and was like, no.
Yeah, I was forwarding the information over to my colleagues while watching Jimmy Broadbent. I was like,
were they gonna get it?
Yeah, because we had Project Cars 2 and it was a great game. We were like, here's the next one, and then I saw what it was like, and I was like, no, and sent them comparison screenshots and told them that there aren't pit stops and there's less content in it and the physics are worse. I was like, don't do it.
I think the only reason why James
Formula E
in this, who normally joins, that's why he got it, Formula E.
No, I've asked him. I've accused him of that, and he was like, "Oh yeah. That is the only reason I have that game." Although I have looked in the Steam sale, R Factor 2 is on the Steam sale, so I have thought about getting R Factor 2. But then I saw the amount and the price of the DLC. At least you get to keep it, but it's still like 20 quid per track and 15 quid for a pack of like 3 cars, and you're just like, really? But at least you can. I guess you could. I probably could find those cars and just mod them in.
Okay, there's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time, and there are so far no plans for a safety car.
Oh, go on, Dovey. Come on, Dovey. Can I?
What is this? James W. James W. Whatever his name.
No, it's not. No, it's not James. It's
is it a different one?
I thought it was James, but it's Jake. I'm gonna lap him because his AI is JH7 Racing. The one who gave me a safety car.
Yeah. What, is he on someone's account or something?
No. His car has an X on it, so he's disconnected. So I lapped him. Look, chat, proof that I'm doing okay. I wasn't lapped in a race, whereas last season I was lapped constantly.
Who joined the server in CSGB? Oh, that was it. Do you know Gangbar, who sometimes goes in Kieran's community?
Yeah.
He joined the server. As soon as he joined the server, me and Ruff just started messaging like, oh god.
Oh god, here we go. I mean,
like,
Hun constantly threatens just to join a race randomly.
Oh, no, yeah. I think it was a Ruff or someone invited Hun to a lobby once and Ben kicked her out straight away.
Yeah.
But yeah, when Gangba joined the server, me and Ruff will just message each other like, if he might last one corner and then get banned, or 0% chance of footage being sent.
Yeah. We've got an Irish winner, a Welsh second place, and an English third place.
Nice. What even is the format of your pre-season race?
One shot quali, one shot quali, 6 lap sprint, and then a 19 lap race.
No, it is James Duffy racing.
Yeah, he was there, and I saw his name on the thing, but I saw an Aston Martin in front of me. Oh, that's points. Well, I scored, so I was 10th and 9th. So yeah, James W was 2 places ahead, but I saw an Aston Martin physically on track in front of me, and wasn't expecting to be lapping someone.
Oh, it feels weird. It'll feel weird watching the British Grand Prix on telly this year.
Watching it live. Well, keep an eye out for Brad Pitt in his modified F2 car.
in all the you won't see me, but I'm doing my fingers as speech marks things. Those F1 fans who thought he was actually going to be driving in the race.
No, I saw it. Yeah, it says stunt drivers as well. So, well, obviously, yeah. I mean, we all knew it wasn't going to be in the race, but
it's common sense.
When is it happening? Is it an individual thing, or is it during a practice session?
I've looked at the Silverstone timetable, and there's nothing on there to say he'll be driving.
So
Oh,
no,
I'm guessing
but
they will.
yeah. Well, I saw something that they saw posted from Silverstone that they
They've got
that
like
they-
a garage
that they
set up
are.
and everything.
yeah.
But I reckon it'll be like, do you know like, you've been to an F1 race before, haven't you?
Yeah. Once.
Do you know like
Silverstone.
in between sessions?
Yeah,
no,
when nothing's
do you know when,
happening.
like do you no, not in between. Do you like at the very start of the days?
Yeah.
Sometimes to do those, like, do you know when like Sky Sports do like those sessions in like old cars? When like Damon Hill gets in like a 1960s
Yeah, the
F1 car.
Yeah, the spectator events, I guess, sort of thing. Yeah.
I reckon it'll be one of those. It'll be one of those where they just halfway through the day or early in the morning, they'll have the track to themselves for like half hour.
Yeah. And then I guess when making the film, they'll just take real footage and superimpose them in.
It'll be CGI. Something
Yeah.
to see, yeah.
Probably. It's not like the 1960s film Grand Prix where they...
Was it actually filmed during an F1 race?
Yes, it was. They got a... it's genuine footage from like the 1966 Monaco Grand Prix and 1966 Spa Grand Prix, in which they just went to BRM and went, can we just bolt a camera to the front of your car? And BRM were like, yeah, sure. And this was 1966, so it wasn't a GoPro, it was a massive reel-to-reel city film camera, like a massive thing that they just bolted to the front of a BRM, and they went, go around, do some laps. Like, well, no, not laps, take part in the race with our massive camera on the front of your car.
Yeah.
Ruff says he needs more practice. Yeah, I believe so. Stick Brad in DeVries's car. Yeah. Yeah, Brad was in a Ferrari and still got second. So clearly the issues with Ferrari isn't that bad.
I think De Vries should leave F1.
I do too.
And there's only one man who can physically replace him that I think could do
Nikita Mazepin, no.
No, but I'm actually being serious. There's one man who I think can replace him who'd actually do decent in the car.
Daniel Ricciardo.
No. I'll let you guess. I'll let you keep guessing.
Well, you've told this, like Liam Lawson or...
Liam Lawson was the opposite for me.
No, yeah.
I was the one who said I don't think he'd do well.
No. I forgot. We had this conversation last week.
We did.
And I've forgotten who you wanted.
I don't support the driver. I just think he'd be the one that does well. I'll give you a clue, he's Spanish.
Oh god, I don't watch F2 that much, or
It's not
or,
F2.
No, he was in Super Formula, wasn't he?
Nope.
Oh, okay, so he's an IndyCar. It was an IndyCar driver, wasn't it?
It was.
Oh god, I can't remember. I can't remember the IndyCar grid. Not Colton Herter. No.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
he'd do okay.
Pagano. No.
No. He's the one. He was the one who, like, did you see the video of him flipping 20 times?
Yes, I did see that. Yeah.
Not him. He's not old. He's too old.
I can't remember who you said, and I can't remember the.
He did. I'll give you a clue. If you remember the Indy 500.
Yes.
He did it all right.
I can't remember. I can't even remember the winner of that. I know Marcus Ericsson came second. I can't even remember the winner. I forget the IndyCar drivers.
I reckon when I say it, you'll be like, oh
Yeah, I will. Yeah, the moment you say it, I'll remember, but I can't remember at the moment.
Right, Alex Plur.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's like over 100 points clear in IndyCar in a spec series.
Yeah.
Surely that's saying something.
Yeah, it would be. Go on, Dylan. What's your controversial opinion?
That's right. No, this is it.
He's got.
When I say it's 100 points clear in a spec series, in cars that are harder to drive than F1 cars, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, no powered steering.
No, they get extremely hot. Well done to Jamie Chadwick for being the first woman to score points in an Indy Lights car since 2010.
Who's the one before?
I don't know. The news was just Jamie's the first one to do it since 2010. It was probably I don't know, Danica Patrick or Simona
2010
Simona de Silvestro or
yeah, it would have been her.
Yeah,
Silvestra.
Yeah, probably her. Yes, yeah, it makes sense. It would have been her because then she got signed by Sauber and they wanted her to race in 2014, 2015. I did a video on women in Formula One, which is a good video. I enjoyed making that one.
Was it you who made that video of a Porsche around Top Gear? Test
Yes.
track thing?
Yes.
That was you?
Yes, because
It
I
was
did.
either you or Karen who did it. I know you was both there.
We're both there. We're both in it.
The video.
Me. It was me who made the video. Yeah, because it
And I
starts
know
with
you
an
both-
incredibly
I know it was Karen
pointless.
who went-
Yeah, it starts with me doing an incredibly pointless bit in the sim because I do laps
because it was
around
a
the.
different track.
Yes, because I do the normal track, and then I'm like, okay, so yeah, it doesn't matter. And then then I drove car around the track, and then Keir was there, and he had a passenger lap, and then aerial at him.
It was Karen who did a video about the Formula something at Silverstone.
Yeah, wherever he was at.
On the inside circuit thing.
Yes, so Formula Silverstone, yeah, and he did the other one at whatever the other track. There was a track. He did another Formula Renault stuff. Thruxton, that's it. Yeah, he's done a couple of videos on them.
This is a bit in topic because of the date. By the way, are you driving?
Nope, finished now.
Oh, is it finished?
Yep.
Oh, is it that quick?
Yeah, I think it was shorter because I think it was a 6-lap sprint and then I think a 35% race because it was only 19 laps.
This is right.
So it was quite a quick race.
There is 4 tracks to have hosted the British Grand Prix. Can you name them?
4 tracks.
I'm only giving you 4 chance. I'm only giving you 1 chance to name each track, by the way.
Silverstone.
4 guesses, 4 tracks. Silverstone, obviously.
Brands Hatch.
Yeah.
Aintree.
Yeah.
Ooh. Now it's a trick question because it's not Donington because Donington hosted the European Grand Prix,
yeah.
So it wasn't Donington.
What's the track called?
I mean, it was. I don't think it was. I don't think it was officially the Grand Prix, but there was David Stowe.
What?
But I don't see the fact you don't know it. But that did hold a Formula One race. But I think that was an unofficial one, so it wasn't
on the Wikipedia list that I've got up.
How dare they? Lotus got their first win at David Stowe.
Right. The official venues: 1987 to present, Silverstone. 1963 to 1986 in alternating yearly is Silverstone and Brands Hatch. You got both of them. 1955 to 1960 alternate. No, 1961 and 62 was Aintree. 55 and 60 alternating yearly was Aintree and Silverstone. 48 to 54 was Silverstone. 1926 to 1927.
Oh, that's not fair. That's Brooklands. I didn't know you said Formula One, so I was thinking post 1950. If you said it was pre-war, then it was clearly Brooklands.
I never said Formula One. I said British Grand Prix.
No, British Grand Prix.
I never mentioned it.
Fine, but yes, Brooklands, the first purpose-built racetrack in Europe.
You know what my clue was going to be?
Go on.
There is a corner named after it. But then I was like, no, that'd have given it away.
The gap between the races at Brooklands, the last race was 1939 before the war, and then there wasn't a race again until a one-lap race in 2009.
A one-lap race?
Yes. One lap 2009 because the track had been bulldozed over and
the track shut in 39.
yeah, so there was a race in 39 and then there was a one lap race in 2009 hosted by James May using entirely Scalextric cars.
Okay.
But they counted it, the Brooklands counted it as a lap.
What other fun facts about the British Grand Prix can I say?
What was the name of what did they call the first Grand Prix at Silverstone? What did they dub it? Because it wasn't the British Grand Prix. What did they call it?
Grand Prix motor racing. I don't know.
They called it the Mutton Grand Prix because someone killed a sheep. Someone ran over a sheep during the first ever race there, so they called it the Mutton Grand Prix.
This is going to be a challenge for you. In order, from turn 1 all the way to the last, can you name every corner name at Silverstone?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Can you? No, just say now, can you, yes or no?
Capability changes based on track conditions, so your reference points may not always be in the same place.
There would be like 2 or 3 that I would miss.
Right, I've not got my phone switched on right now. I can do that.
Dylan's literally asking the thing as well. It's like, how many Silverstone corners can you name?
No, I can. I can name all of them. Right, you ready? Shall I do it?
Well, shall I do it? Because I can do a majority. Shall I do what I know and then you fill in the ones I don't know? Because it starts at Abbey.
I was gonna go through them. I was trying to test my knowledge, see if I can actually go through all of them without my phone turned on. Right, are we ready?
Okay, so it's...
Let's see. Right,
Abbey. Yeah, first one's Abbey, and then...
It's Isle Bend or something like that. No, it's Farm Curve, that's it.
Farm Curve and then Farm Loop, is it?
No, then it's Village. That's
okay,
the right-hander.
Farm Curve, Village.
Then it's the Loop. The left-handed hairpin. Aintree is the left-hander before the straight. And at the end of the straight, it's Brooklands, Luffield, Woodcut, Old Pit Straight, Cops,
yeah,
Maggots. Okay,
Beckett's,
track's
Chapel,
quiet right now. Let's
Stowe,
get out there while it's clear.
yeah,
Vale,
yeah,
Club, done. Hamilton Straight.
Yeah.
Bam! Look at that.
Yeah, I couldn't have told you myself, but I could confirm to you.
Which ones could you have not? Correct. Which ones could you have not said?
So the Abbey I knew. I didn't know the sort of short left-hander afterwards.
Farm.
Yeah, so Farm I didn't know because and then the Loop. I knew Farm Loop.
It's just the Loop.
It's just the Loop. See, I thought it was the Farm Loop, which included all of those corners.
No.
I thought that was it. Couldn't have named Aintree. I could have done Brooklands and Luffield and Woodcut, Cops, Maggots, Beckett's, Chapel, and it's the name of the track. It's the name of the track in the middle. I've driven this Stowe. Oh yeah, it was. I've driven it. I've driven it. I've been around Stowe. Stowe, and then I couldn't have done the last couple either.
Vale and Club. This is one thing. Could you name the 3 straights?
Hamilton, Wellington, Hangar.
Yes.
Not necessarily in the correct order, but
Hamilton, Wellington, Hangar. Yeah, that's actually the correct order as well.
Wellington, Hangar. I always get confused between Wellington and Hangar. I can't remember which way around that is.
Hangar is the one. Wellington's the one they built in
the
2011.
New one. It's the newer one.
With the extension, what do you call it?
Fine, yeah.
I could name the bridge section as well. Right, are you ready? Here we go. It went Abbey,
Yep.
Bridge, Priory, I think. Then Brooklands and all that lot.
Okay.
What other facts could I ask you to answer? I'm going to look for this.
Quiz and
I
my
was going to
knowledge.
say who's the most successful at the track, but I think that's obvious.
Hamilton. That's just a trick question. It's Schumacher, but I'll just shoom Hamilton.
It's Hamilton. That's the one, right.
Should be racing in pre-season 3. What do you mean pre-season 3?
Ben's released a new pre-season race.
Oh, okay.
Right, yeah. Right, this is one. Can you name...
Is it next week? Oh, no, it's in 2 weeks' time.
He's given us a week off.
Oh, it's Bahrain. Ugh. Mind you, Dylan, we were talking about that. You said you don't mind it, but... Oh, God, and it's a longer race as well. It's a short qualifying and then a
20
35...
and then 29.
Yeah, 35 and then 50%.
What on earth?
I think he's just trying to test every version.
Oh, Matt. And he starts at 8
format.
o'clock as well.
Oh, it's not even 2 weeks' time. It's in 3 weeks' time. It's the 25th.
Is it?
Yeah.
Alright,
So we got the 11th,
questions
18th,
could
and
I
then the
ask?
25th. Sure, I'll sign up.
I'll probably have the game by then, to be honest.
Got sorry. How many wins do Williams have? Is
At Silverstone.
well, that's what Dylan asked. At Silverstone or in total? Oh God.
Yeah, which
They,
one?
I literally read this out earlier because there was a thing.
Because I reckon I could answer both.
Because they Williams put on their social media, they were like, here's all the times that, like, here's how many constructors we've won through each decade. I was just like, oh, how the mighty have fallen. Because like in the 80s it was like
Right.
drivers and constructors, it was like, look, we got 8 championships and loads of wins, and then
What
the
did
2010s.
Dylan say? Silverstone or F1?
Oh, at Silverstone. Sorry, I missed that. Yeah, how many
right,
wins at Silverstone?
I don't know. Is it?
So they got their first, because I did a video about Frank Williams. So they got their first ever win at Silverstone, which was 1980.
Can I just make a random guess?
You can
10.
put your guess in. You think 10. Okay, so I'm going to think it through. So they definitely won in 1980. Pretty sure they won 81, 82 as well. So that'd be 3.
They didn't.
They didn't win in 81 or 82.
Nope.
Okay.
Nelix, I've just said 10. I've gone and googled the answer.
You've gone and googled. Okay.
I'm not going to say the answer.
Okay, but tell me if I'm right with you. So yeah, 1980 they won it.
You've missed one before 1980.
Oh, they won in 79.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that was their first. Okay. Right. Okay. Yes. Of course they did. Yes, they got their first win, and then they went on and won the championship.
When was the third win? So I went with a random guess, and you're actually thinking it through.
Yes, and I got it wrong immediately. So 79, 80 with Van Jones, and then I was going to say 8. It's probably too high. It is 8.
It is an 8.
Isn't.
It is.
It is, right. Woo!
This is the last one in the 80s.
Last time they won was in the 8. Oh!
No, this is the last one they won in the 80s. They won 3 in the 80s. No, they won 2 in the 80s. 1980
Oh, 80.
and 19... Do you know it?
Oh, 1980 and 19... It'd be 87... 6. No, at Silverstone, because 86 was at 86 was at Brands Hatch.
And then then they won. Oh no, they won another one in the 80s.
So 87.
Yes. Now the 90s.
Yes, because that was at Brands Hatch, and then
these wins, the other wins are pretty famous.
Yeah. So 92.
You've missed one before.
Oh, I've missed one before.
I'll give you this one.
so-
1991.
No,
91.
that was going to be my guess. Was 91?
Was 92 the one where everyone just ran on the track afterwards? and
Yes, yes,
surrounded his
that's
car?
the famous one. Left field 1 into left field 2, which is the last corner by 1. They're breaking ranks. The Union Jacks are
People
waving.
are on the track.
Yes, that's 92. With
I've got a good
Mansell.
question after you've answered this one.
And then did they win in 96? Damon Hill? Did he win
They
it?
won 2 before 96.
Oh, so they won 94 and 95.
Nope. 93, 94.
Oh, 93, 94. Okay. So
And then 96.
Alain Prost and Damon Hill.
And then 1997. Which equates to
So
10.
they're 97 with
Which equates to 10.
yes, but a couple of them were. That equates to 10. But
Right,
is
this
that
is
all?
my next
Is that all
question.
Silverstone, or is there you can only
No,
like
that's Silverstone.
68?
No,
Just
that's
Silverstone.
British Grand Prix. British Grand Prix.
Right, because that was the that was Dylan's question was how many times did they won at Silverstone?
Oh.
Because that's why I said 86, and I went no because that's Brands Hatch.
Right, this is my next question. This is, I think, a good one. I want to lie for this, but I've seen it on videos. What year did a priest or whatever it was run on the pitch?
2003.
3.
He's just googling it. Yes, yes, 2003. That same nutter. Also, I remember watching the Olympics.
Did
One
he
year about
do
that
something
time,
with
like
the-
2009. Yeah, no, the marathon. He ran on and tackled the leader of the marathon. I remember watching that live, and then I was amazed to discover it was the same lunatic.
Did he get like arrested or something at Silverstone?
Probably. He also went on Britain's Got Talent.
I don't know if you've seen the video. Have you seen the? Do you remember these protesters at Silverstone last year?
Yes.
About the other red flag from last year at Silverstone.
Yeah.
100% it was not for sure. I can guarantee you it wasn't.
Nah, probably.
The red flag was because of the people on the track. Because normally, do you know when they red flag after a crash at turn 1?
Nico
They give him, like-
Olama.
When someone crashes on lap 1, they normally give them like a couple of sectors to get into a line before they red flag it, don't they?
Yeah.
So they know the order. They threw it straight away.
Yes, it is, yeah.
Have you seen the video of like?
To be fair, it was also a very big crash. So,
Well, it's like no one saw it on TV.
well, people saw
Like,
it,
properly.
but well,
Like,
not
I
until
mean,
he was okay, but
Like no one saw it actually happen live because the camera was already panned around to turn 2.
yeah.
I mean, I didn't see it either. I was watching Verstappen and Sainz go side by side.
You didn't see it; it was literally in front of you.
No, I didn't see it actually happen first because I was watching. I was watching Sainz. I was
Oh,
screaming,
you
like,
only
"Come on,
realised when
Sainz."
gravel was being thrown at your face.
No, I only realised when I saw Albon spew into the barrier, and I was like, "Oh, okay." Then a couple of F-bombs flew out my mouth when he flew into the fence.
But I think sometimes, like, I appreciate that they don't show the protesters and they don't get any airtime.
This is a thing. I did not know about the protests until I got home that night.
No, and that's the good thing. Is a lot of time you don't, so it doesn't give them airtime, which is the good thing. But I remember it backfired once back in 2011, 2012, because there was a string of races. There was a Belgium Grand Prix where a Greenpeace person decided to try and abseil down the podium because it was sponsored by Shell, the Grand Prix, and so everyone was booing because they could. The live audience, could see this person abseiling. The cameras didn't show them because they kept
all
on
the coverage in the world.
Yeah, no, the TV kept on whoever was interviewing Vettel who'd won. And so everyone was booing because they could see this person. You heard the booing, but you didn't see why they were booing. The following race was then Monza, where Sebastian Vettel won, and he was booed because it was Monza and he wasn't a Ferrari driver, so he was booed. Then the following race was Singapore. Vettel won again and was booed.
Did everyone just assume it was Vettel?
Yeah, because everyone was booing because they'd seen the previous 2 races and everyone had been booing at Vettel. But they hadn't. It was because it was a protester and because he wasn't Ferrari. So then they started booing, which is that sort of somewhat famous clip of Martin Brundle then turning to the crowd going, Don't boo him. Why are you booing? Don't boo him.
But yeah, this is one that do you remember? See, going back to Silverstone last year. Do you when if I found out the protesters had happened?
Yeah, he said when you got home.
Yeah, at turn 1. That do you know where the cars used to turn left to go into the, like bridge and stuff?
Yeah.
That's where like, all the emergency vehicles are kept, like the recovery trucks, the ambulances, the medical car, all that lot. There's also police cars like just hanging around there during the race. I saw like 4 of them drive past during the red flag. Didn't think anything of it. I was like, oh yeah, they're probably just doing a lap of the track just to make sure. Yeah, whatever. Just to realise that people actually were stupid enough to sit on the track.
Yeah.
Alright, no, it's just fine. Just try fun drivers, just a couple of speed bumps in it.
Just up oil dumb. I agree with their principle, but the way they go about it is so dumb.
What does cricket do to do with oil?
What does snooker? What is Formula E, the most environmentally friendly sport out there?
I mean, Formula One, I can understand.
Yeah, but then it's just like you've gone to an electric series, Formula E, because they protested in Germany, and then snooker and golf. You're just like
so like British touring cars, which is like uses more emissions. They wouldn't do it there because no one watches it.
Let's be honest, Verstappen ain't stopping, says Dylan. Probably not, but the only thing that he might stop for is that they normally attack things with orange paint. So he might think they're fans because they attack things with orange paint. He might think, oh, my fans are on the track.
Just turn the Red Bull into a McLaren. Nah, I think they'll do it this year. I can just see them doing it this year again.
Probably they keep ramping it up, don't they? But
I think the security will be a lot higher though there.
Yeah.
I mean, they knew it was going to happen.
It's the fact they managed to get onto the track as well.
No, if they put the Thursday before the race, there was speculation it was going to happen.
Okay. So
at least they didn't throw any orange powder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I saw a video, video on Twitter of like a policeman's body cam when they were arresting the protesters at Silverstone. There was like 7 marshals dragging them off the track. And then police arrived and arrested them.
Retire and then retire again. Then one more session. Ruff is desperate to get some practice in.
What, you lot was practicing?
I'm not. I'm just sat here chatting. Ruff's just like, I need someone else because I need a quali session to do practice.
For what track?
I don't know. He was going around Japan for whatever reason. It's a nice track, I guess. You don't have to stay, by the way. It won't kick me if you leave once quali has started. Okay. So.
I don't know, do you remember, was it Singapore 2013 when that guy's Singapore started to walk down the track mid-race?
Okay, you've got a drive-through penalty. You've been given a drive-through penalty.
It was later than, it was later than 2013. It was like 2015.
Was it later? I thought it was 2013.
No, it was definitely hybrids.
Oh, no, that's what was 2013. China. I don't remember.
Was there a track invader then?
In the middle of a practice session, a fan just had to run from the...
Oh yeah, he ran across the track, didn't he?
Pit straight. I mean, I know paddock passes aren't free and stuff. Why not just get your free one?
He's been taking lessons from... Where is it? Neymar, or whoever it was who was on the grid at the last race.
And then...
and then stayed there and ushered to the side and he was like, I'm not meant to be here. Yeah, go ahead, Ruff. You choose whatever. You choose whatever track you want, and then ready up, and I'll go. Didn't I do the anthem at last year's Grand Prix? Yes, I did.
It sounded weird with a guitar. I won't lie.
Actually, I've got a.
This is a funny story.
Somewhere I have a photo of me with.
Have I already told you about my story at Silverstone with the weather?
No.
When it was like super hot. Yeah, so 2021, they decided to hold Silverstone during the hottest day of the year. Yeah. We went up on the grandstand.
That was my photos.
We were, yeah, because we was in one of those. Do you know, there's like some grandstands have like canopies over the top, and then some just open in the sun.
Yes.
We was in one of the open ones.
Oof.
We went up 5 minutes before the race started, watched the first lap. Verstappen and Hamilton did the little thing at Cops. I'm not getting into that. And it's that hot. When the red flag came out, everyone left.
Yeah. Oh.
And I turn up the next year. It's on the rainiest day of the year. Qualifying was wet. 1 second it was dry. Next minute I'm running back to get a coat.
Yeah. Well, Silverstone. They always say Silverstone's either really, really hot or raining.
Was you there on the year when like it rained like on the grid and they had to rush around to do a safety car start?
Yes, and it was a safety car start. Yes.
Remember that one? It was dry when we went to the grid.
It was
just randomly rained.
Yes, it did.
Well, they
Yes,
do tell you
did.
to pass for all weathers when going to
Yeah. Yeah, it was
got to be ready.
At the moment, we're good to go.
it's a rainy start for me, which was sad on that day.
You should have shorts, sun cream, and raincoat and umbrella.
Yeah. Is Finn not going this year? No, because he's said several times, Dylan. He's asked if you were going, but considering that he said he's going to watch it on TV, yeah.
Nah, not this year. That the money.
No, not with those prices.
I'm lucky enough not to have to pay like the full price everyone else has to pay for.
Yeah.
100 quid. 100
Oh
quid
yeah, because you got BRDC connections.
That's still like over 100 quid. And if I can't afford the F1 game, definitely can't afford that. Yeah. Hopefully next year. Definitely feels weird. So I was thinking, it was a year ago yesterday that Silverstone happened the race last year.
Okay. Interesting. But right.
I remember the dates. I remember the dates off by heart. 2021 was on the 18th of July.
God, I don't remember dates this much. I remember birthdays, but I don't remember dates of one of the things.
I remember dates like everything. 18th of July 2021. 3rd of July. This might be second actually.
Just abseil onto the Grand Prix stands.
This is fun. This is actually a funny story. I did not know about this in 2021. I had no clue about your FOM rules where you're not allowed to like video stuff live. Do you get me?
Like broadcast it live. Yeah, share it
without paying.
Yeah.
I didn't realise when you video stuff you're not allowed to show on track action. I decided to go on Instagram Live during an F2 race and actually show the race.
I don't think I realised that. Did I show any?
I think you can do it in a video afterwards.
I did upload a live video, but of like practice 2 from Abby.
You went live on the platform.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I posted the show crash afterwards.
Yeah, but I live streamed on Facebook, I think, and it was just like turn 1 during practice 2, so it was like nothing
Nothing bad.
bad or important. It was just, and now and again you just be like, Red Bull, Renault, like, that's all you saw. So it wasn't extreme, so I didn't break any rules with it.
The one thing I don't miss from Silverstone is paying the extraordinary prices for
For
a box of
soggy
chips.
bacon bap, yeah.
Breakfast, £6 bacon sandwich.
Yeah,
Dinner,
it's
you get your
ridiculous.
lunch.
Well, yeah.
£6 box of chips.
It's better than prawns and caviar for $600 or whatever it is. Right, so speaking of food, I'm hungry and I'm not doing much other than watching Ruff, so I'm gonna end the stream.
Talking about food.
We're talking about food and stuff like that. Thank you for joining, everyone. Alternative F1 is edited. I just need to render it and put it out. It's quite a fun video. Modern F1 cars around the old track, which is quite good. I'll do the same with Silverstone. As we're here and we're discussing Silverstone, which era of classic Silverstone track should I use for alternative F1?
Which eras do you have? Do you have every era?
Yes, pretty much. I was leaning more towards. So I managed to get a mod, which is actually quite good. It's the sort of one before what we currently have with Bridge Corner.
Right, can I guess this one? So, is this the one? 2010, when they used the layout.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's what you were doing, Ruff. Okay. Server tomorrow will be filled with setups and other stuff. That's what we were doing
Yeah. Is
today.
this the layout where they use the cops pit lane and the other wing pit lane? When
Yeah.
that was getting built, when you can actually see it getting built during the races. Is this the layout you're talking about?
No. So not that one. I think I can do that one. No, it's starting at the old pit lane, but when you get to Abbey, you turn left. But it's the
2008.
Yes, but the mod I've got is it's the current layout. So the wing is there and the bridge is there, but you turn off and you basically go into where the crowd would be. So that's the mod that I've got for that. Or I can go back and have it properly going left, or I can have the 1950s with it going around like that, or 1960s with the chicane at the end.
I think you should do 1950s in modern F1 cars.
Okay, the very first iterations of it.
This is the layout, which is literally triangle that goes around the runways of the airfield.
Yes. Okay. If that's what people think I should, yeah, I'll have to have a play with it because the pit lane is like up a massive ramp, so I have to make sure the AI can actually get up and down the pit lane because it was like on a raised platform. So I just have to make sure the cars can get up.
I'm going to.
Otherwise,
I'll
I'll do
have to
something
shoot
else.
off quick.
Okay.
See it.
Alright, bye bye. So,
Right.
yeah, I think that's what I'll do for alternative. Alternative Austria will come out tomorrow, I guess, and I'll see about streaming at the weekend. Maybe might do Friday on Twitch doing Swator again. Maybe, 'cause I had fun streaming that. So yeah, I'll see what I'm doing throughout the weekend. But yeah, I'll see you guys. Whenever. I realise I'll probably need to pick up other streams, like I said, of course, and Swator on my Twitch. Yeah, if we're not streaming here for another few weeks. But yeah, see you guys soon.